Hello sailors, you join us in beautiful Port Ellen. In this week's video we move north to Craighouse on Jura, then northeast to seek out a peaceful anchorage on Loch Sween. But first, back to the galley where Rob was cooking up some gluten-free magic.
Faye has developed a bit of a gluten intolerance, so we're trying a gluten-free diet at the moment. We're going to have some chickpea pancakes. Yes. With my nephew Niall. Asked me for some more cooking videos because he liked them, so this one's for you, Niall. Creme fraiche, some cottage cheese, and it's just some soft cheese like Philadelphia. And add to that some chopped cucumber, some dill, parsley and mint. Mix it around. Add a bit of olive oil, some salt and pepper, and a teaspoon of cumin. Lovely. Then to make the pancakes, you'll need some chickpea flour, some baking powder, some bicarb of soda, some corn flour, some smoked paprika, the juice and zest of 1 lemon, some water, and some ricotta cheese. Mix it all together. And for your crispy chickpeas, a tin of chickpeas, some olive oil, season with salt and pepper, and some smoked paprika. Stick them in a nice hot oven for a bit. For your pancake, get the oil hot, and then use a spoon to ladle in a pancake's worth and fry them off. Oh, seasoning with a bit of chilli and some spring onion.
What's the verdict?
So many of my favourite things.
Good morning, or afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
And good night. We've just left. We've just left Port Ellen. You can see, or you might not be able to see, but LiQWYD Whiskey Distillery is just over there. Port Ellen is over there. And we spent 3 nights there. We were going to spend 2 nights, but we didn't sleep very well, so we gave ourselves another night. We are off to Craighouse on Jura, where I've heard there's lots of red deer, which I would like to
300 people, 3,000 red deer.
Yeah, so we have our sails up. Whew. But we've got on a bit of a motor sail because we've put the engine in neutral and we're
3 knots.
3 knots, so we've just got the engine sort of ticking over a little bit just to give us that wee bit extra. Anything to add about the passage?
22 nautical miles. We're just going to go around all these kind of tiny little islands and stuff rather than through, because it doesn't really save you any time. When I looked at the chart work, it was just as quick just to go around the outside, so you know, we'll take the scenic route.
And it gave us a better point of sail as well.
Oh yes, we got a better point of sail, that's right, even though we're motor sailing.
And Yui, do you have anything to add? 5 minutes later.
The wind has picked up and we're doing 5 knots under sail.
Way.
Yes. So you can see around here how it could, I mean you can see the tidal flow.
Yeah.
And you can see like it's again, like, they're not, I mean you can see how they could be standing waves.
Yeah, you can.
Under the right conditions or wrong conditions as it were. So we're an hour in, or an hour and a half in. We've done about 6 miles. We're kind of under engine now really, although the mainsail is up, it's not doing anything. All through this trip we've either been like head to wind and tacking through it, or we've been on a dead run and driving through it. And today we're on a dead run, but it's a really light dead run, so sails aren't really giving us much at all. So we've got a little bit of tidal flow going with us, doing 5 knots, so we should be there in about 3.5 hours, I would say.
It is cup of tea o'clock, which means everyone gets a biscuit. So Rob's got the chocolate digestives, I've got the gluten-free macaroons, and Yui gets a duck fillet. Oh, your favourite. Gonna have our pick of the moorings. There's only one other yacht in there, only one mast. So we're gonna get in, have a little check of the depth. We want something at around 5 metres would be ideal. Yeah, and then hopefully we'll be far enough in to get some protection as well. And then the plan is walk UWI, go to the pub. In our sleep-deprived state, we almost had a disaster when we launched the dinghy without holding onto the painter. A quick grab at the boat hook and all was well. And then the feathered harbour masters came to collect their dues. We've got some guests.
Hello.
Hi. Meanwhile, Yui's going crazy. She knows she's missing out on something, but she doesn't know what. We have company, Yui. Uh-oh, you've summoned the seagulls now.
Oh, what's that? That's not a seagull, is it?
It might just be a tern.
Guys, piss off. Don't be doing that. You're freaking me out. I've got oars and I'm not trying to use them.
Oh, I think that tern's got a tiny fish, and that's why all the other ones are going crazy. What? Yui, chill out. Good morning from Jura. We are a very sleepy crew on reach out this morning. We've been rolled about a bit, not as much as Glenarm, it has to be said, but it was very rolly last night. When we got in it was super calm, it was lovely and flat, and we thought, what's all these reviews going on about saying it's rolly, it's lovely. They were right. So we took the dinghy ashore, gave Yui a nice walk, and then when we got back, just sort of settled in for dinner. Yui's down there having some biscuits off camera. And then I took her up to the bow to have her little wee before bed, and she started barking at the dinghy. She likes the dinghy. She knows the dinghy's what takes us to shore, but she obviously thought it was evil last night. And then she started barking at the swing mooring. So yeah, that's typical Yui. So I'm going to flip the camera around, and then the skipper can tell us today's plan.
We've much lamented the weather forecasting around the UK to date, and getting to Scotland, that trend seems to have continued. The weather forecasts are really changeable. We talked to some locals about that. They said, "Oh, it's just a bit of a guide." Apart from the rain element, that's not a guide. That's
guaranteed.
A guarantee. But in terms of like wind direction and stuff, it seems to be northerlies, southerlies, westerlies, easterlies. And of varying kind of forces as well. So like no kind of like weather system moving through, giving you kind of fairly consistent weather. It's really changeable. And that makes passage planning quite difficult. So you've got to think about it, where you're going to get protection overnight. So I had a look again this morning, and it's all changed again, which is quite funny. But the one thing that all of the different forecasts agree upon is that tonight we're going to get fairly strong easterlies. So we need to be somewhere tonight that's going to give us some protection from that. So we're going to go 17 nautical miles up northeast, up Loch Sween to a place called Tayvallich, which is one of the most sheltered places on the western coast of Scotland, I believe. So that'll be a nice place. There's a little pub there as well, which obviously I'm going to have to pop in and say hello. So looking forward to it. And then we're going to assess the weather forecast, I think on probably like 48-hour basis, really. I think that's about as long as we can get.
I think so.
Yeah.
Craighouse Bay on a nice drizzly morning, and our outboarder stopped working. So Rob, being the hero that he is, has rowed us all the way to shore so that Yui
row your boat.
can do what she needs to do. Hi from the sound of Jura. So we spent one night in Craighouse. We went for a lovely walk this morning just round the bay. Saw loads of wildlife. We saw oyster catchers, herons, we saw swans, geese, deer, seals. What else did we see?
Birds.
Loads of birds. Welsh Terrier, of course, and lots of runners. We are, after being promised southeasterlies, we, of course, have northeasterlies. Thanks, meteorologists. So we're going upwind again. We've got reefs in the main, reefs in the Genoa, and I think we're doing about 4.5.
Right.
Yeah, we're quite comfortable. We've got a little bit of heel, but nothing crazy. And yeah, looking forward to getting over to Loch Sween. This will be the first loch we have sailed in.
Tayvallich, we couldn't get into the actual anchorage because it was too full. A guy literally dropped anchor in front of us, and that was the last spot. So we had to anchor outside of the kind of main haven. Not so bad. It's mud. Mud is good to anchor in. It took us 5 attempts to anchor. Kept dragging. Don't know why. One of the attempts, we dragged up a fishing line.
Yeah.
2 lines, which is basically what I did to them. No marks on them. Nothing.
No, I didn't even have a float.
So couldn't get them off the front of the anchor, so they had to be cut off. Unfortunately, you know, unmarked pots are just crazy. And the thing is, in the outside of Tayvallich harbour, I counted 16 fishing pots. Where, you know, this is the anchorage, that the overspill, as it were. 16 fishing pots,
yeah, so
and
like
a little wooden
anchorage.
jetty thing as well. I mean, honestly, it means anchoring is really quite difficult because it says 5 meters deep on the chart, but it was more like 10. So I'm not sure what's going on there. So you need a lot of chain out. So we would have more chain out tonight than we would ordinarily. Well, than we've got it at the moment, but we can't because we're going to be backing into stuff. You know.
So,
then.
yeah. So it was a bit of a fart one.
Got the outboard working. Lord have mercy on our souls. So we could get to shore. There's only a pub and a cafe in Tayvallich. We thought this was a built-up area. This is why we kind of, well, not a built-up area, but like, you know, there's
thought it had some
amenities, some infrastructure. Gets here, there's literally nothing other than the cafe and a pub.
The cafe wasn't open.
Cafe wasn't open. Gets to the pub. Plenty of tables and stuff like that. It's great. Yeah, awesome. Can we? Which of the menus can we use? Oh, you can use either. One's the special menu. Well, but have you got a table booked? No, we haven't got a table booked, but there's a table there. Oh, we can't serve you food then. Now, this is where it gets quite serious, actually, because I have eaten today a slice of smoked salmon, 2 eggs, and a bite of the top of a banana. Because we had 30 odd knots of wind in our faces all day. And
You
therefore,
don't want to mess with a skipper when he's hungry.
I was close to Michael Douglas in falling down. It was like a McDonald's like 10, and I was like, "Whoa, you can't serve us anything? Like nothing? Like chips? Sides?"
And they were like, "Oh, but we're like, yeah, we're really busy." And I was like, "But all the tables are empty."
We're really busy. Okay, can you not serve us anything? Oh, we got some crisps and some nuts. Now you're rubbing salt into the wound.
That's not real food.
So
This is real food.
yeah,
Ta-da!
came back and cooked a delicious pasta, which is fine. But you know, it's now like after 9 o'clock, and hardly any sleep last night. Absolutely shattered. But I tell you what, this pasta's going to go down well, because this is like I think I've got like double portion here.
Good, we need it.
You know, and yeah, as you can see, it's been head to wind all day. Look at the size of this bouffon. And yeah, like it's really windy here as well still, even though it is sheltered, because the only angle that this anchorage isn't sheltered from, the only angle is an easterly. And we've got an easterly.
Yes, we do.
But the worst of it should be through by 1 o'clock in the morning. After which, it's light winds, and hopefully we'll be beddy bys. And tomorrow we'll go for a nice walk with the dog.
Yes.
And we'll cook on board again.
Yeah, we're not going to that pub. After they wouldn't even make us some chips. They're not getting us our money.
No, don't hold a grudge here. It's fine. We've got food.
It's not like me to hold
And
a
it's
grudge.
delicious food.
Oh, you're so cute. So nice.
Ta-da!
Sunset at Tayvallich Bay, or Tayvallich Bay, I don't know how it's pronounced, but this is rather pretty. We are swinging around a little bit, but we're not rolling, so it's so much more comfortable. I've just come up to check our position after all the shenanigans trying to get the anchor set, but we're exactly where we left it. Everything's good, so this wind should blow round by about 1 AM, and then we can just chill for the rest of the night. All those nice pinks are starting to come in. The camera's not quite picking them up, it's so much more pink in real life. But it still looks nice. Keep Yui happy and hit that subscribe bell. Then join us next week as we travel north to Oban. Until then, fair winds.